Okay, Marcus from All Ages Airsoft. We're still working on this custom high capper. We finally got everything where it needs to be now on the hop unit and outer barrel. Because this is a d.o.r, they didn't run with the standard outer barrel assembly. We have managed to get it all to work nicely, not an issue, but it was a lot of work. I've had to take down, make sure these are all flush and clean, and take down very slightly the top of the hop unit. We are going to polish all of this later, but at the moment it's just getting everything working. And we've also had to machine a certain amount of this away to provide this angle, and that's because if you look at this one, it does the same thing. Now, whereas a normal marui high capper, it would just basically drop down. It doesn't do it on this one. It requires this angle to engage in the inner section of the blowback mechanism. So we've had to do that. Then we found that the hop unit itself, get this in, there we are. The hop unit itself, when it's in battery, was just a little bit too high, and it was rubbing on the inside of the slide and causing problems. So what we've done is, I'm not a great fan of using Dremels. As a gunsmith, Dremels are not a tool that we use a hell of a lot because they're too vicious. You can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. But I've used a special polishing tool and just polished some of the material away here. Small amount, polished it, popped it all back together, and now it fits really, really nicely. So we will be polishing all of this up nicely. But at this stage, this all fits. The action slides and fits together as you would expect with a normal marui. It's lovely, silky and smooth. It was just to do that has probably taken me 2.5 hours. It's a lot of work. And unfortunately, that's what you've got to do to get these things to fit together sometimes. Right, next job. We have a cow high capper blowback unit that we are going to attempt to fit to this. So here we go. Now, this being 1, a marui, and 2, a d.o.r, I suspect it isn't going to be quite as easy as we think, but we will find out. Remove this nice long screw. I'm hoping I don't need to remove this rail, but we will find out in a minute. Remove that screw. There we go, that pops up. Now, if it's anything like most of the other maruis I've had my hands on, that should just pop out. I think I do need to remove that rail. So we've got a tiny, tiny little screw here. That isn't going to do it. We need one of the smallest screwdrivers I've got. Come on, there we are. Right, make sure we don't lose that screw, because that would be a bit of a disaster. Now, that is loose. There we are. Trouble is, I don't... Well, come on, out you come, gotcha. Right, pull that out of the way. Pop him over there. Right, now, in theory, this should... There we are. There we are. There's the slide. There's the nozzle. The blowback spring and a plunger. And there is our standard blowback unit. Now, with the cow unit, it comes with a new seal, which we are going to use. And there's the standard marui seal. The customer will be having all these parts, all the original parts back, because I don't need them. Right, push that in nicely. Make sure there's no crap or rubbish in here. I do like the fact they put little almost bearings here to support the blowback housing as it moves, which is very nice. And now we will attempt, right, that's quite nice. I think we might need to just very, very carefully, I just want to make sure that is flush. And it is. Right, so I've just made sure that this pin, because we have to assemble this ourselves, this pin isn't rubbing against anything. Right, I'm happy with that. I've got to say, very happy with that. The only thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of oil on that right now, just to help it. There we are. Right, now we're going to take the recoil, the valve, blowback valve spring with its plunger, and pop it back in like so. Then the fun begins, getting this back in. Right, so we need to, it's a bit of a pain in the arse to get these in. There we are. The trick is to get them in without the spring popping out. Right, that I believe is in, and that's what I want to see. That's lovely. Right, now let's get this piece back in. That's sitting where we want it. Now this ridiculously small screw. Right. Then this. There we are. That section. Now we'll put the sight plate, rear sight plate on. Right, that's that section done. Right, so now put the barrel in. Yep. Right, now I'm going to do, these do have this little plunger, and because of the way this is all set up, we will, well, I can't put it, have it in when I assemble the gun. The only way to do this, and it's going to be a real pain in the arse, is to hold the recoil assembly in its forward position. There we are. While I screw that in, and it is a real pain in the arse to do. It doesn't really need it, but seeing as Marui use it, I would much rather have it in. And this gentleman has also ordered a HPA mag adapter for it. After a while, it gets a bit testy holding the recoil spring in place while I tighten this little bugger up. There we are. There we are. So, now pop that in. Now, I think we've got a problem with this valve, so we're going to have a look at this right now. And I'll figure out where it is. I need my valve key set. Right. I am a great supporter of gun power tools. I think their tools are absolutely excellent, and the fact that they do a set of valve keys that basically does every single unit that I would play with. So, right, I think we've got some dodgy, that feels like it's dragging a little bit to me. So what I do, hold the valve open, little drop of oil in there, and then I'll hold it upside down and do that a little bit, and that will hopefully put a bit of oil on the seals and solve the problem. Go. Right, let's see if this is going to stop leaking now. Now what I do is use my finger to open the valve. We want to purge the valve, the magazine of oxygen. We don't want oxygen. So I'll open the valve with my finger. Yep, I think that's done it. There we go. And we've got a trace leak, but we are putting a HPA adapter on this, so I'm actually relatively happy with that. So tomorrow we will do another video of the HPA adapter and what shenanigans we're going to have to get that working, because 9 times out of 10 they never fit properly. You have to muck about with them. So we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.